How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are trying some new product that I've been really excited to test out. We have a strop here with leather on one side, then just the plain basswood on the other, and we have these diamond emulsions from Gary Creeley, the Sharp Condition Diamond Cream, and we are going to test them out today. This is going to be a two-part video because I want it to be very in-depth, and I've never used these before. So the first video that we're doing today will be the application of these and just kind of talking about in real time how these apply and kind of soak into the strop, etc. And then the second video will be actually utilizing them. I'm not going to use them in today's video because I don't think this will be dry enough in time, but we are going to strop this knife back when they are dry on the second video. This is the Deerock Knives Barnyard Junior in 10V. And this is my knife that I'm testing this month. So this one will be used on the strop, but let's apply the compound. So I've done one video briefly talking about these, but just to reiterate, Gary Creeley is an absolute legend. He is very well known in the community for his Magna Cut heat treat. He's known for the Mako, he's known for the Minnow, just a wealth of knowledge, extremely intelligent guy, and he makes a ridiculously good product, whether it's his knives, his strops, his sharpening compound. Basically what's going on is Gary is switching from producing a USA-made diamond emulsion with Chinese grit in it, essentially, to a USA diamond emulsion with domestic, aka USA-made grit in it. So they're both made in the USA, but the only difference is going to be that this has the Chinese diamond in it, whereas the new stuff is going to have the domestic USA-made diamonds in it. I want to see if there's a difference between those two, but also this is a literal leather conditioning cream with diamond compound for stropping in it, and I don't really know of anything else on the market like this, so we're going to see if it's different than some of the other offerings. So let's shake this up. He very specifically told me to try putting the 6 micron, which is this one, on the leather side, the 1 micron on the wood side, and to apply a thin line down the middle and then distribute it evenly and apply more if necessary. So this is going to be kind of like a first impressions video, just going through the motions here and explaining how things are doing. So we'll do the 6 micron first. And this is in an eyedropper applicator as opposed to a sprayer or, you know, a different type of... Oh, wow. Oh, it's like paint on a canvas. Whoa. Okay, so the whole thin line down the middle thing, I don't know if that's going to work for me, probably because I'm mentally challenged, but I think I'm going to have to do a couple of lines here. This stuff is way thicker than I thought it would be. It's literally, it feels like I'm painting on a canvas. But we are not really wasting anything because there's no overspray or anything. So that's good. That's something I've noticed with a lot of diamond emulsions, is that when they're in a spray bottle, you get a lot of overspray and you kind of waste it. So we'll see if this is a little bit more efficient. I like that they're color coded too. Now that's not something that Gary invented, and quite frankly I don't know who did, but we've seen other companies utilize the color coded compounds. So yeah, that it's definitely helpful though. Whoever did it, thank you. Whoever did it first, thank you. Okay, this side is pretty loaded up. Look at that. Look at how thick that is. It kind of just sits there until you actually start to distribute it, which is cool. You definitely get a way better feel of how the leather is soaking it up. I hope I'm not putting too much on here. Watch, Gary's gonna be in the comments and be like, oh my gosh, why'd you put so much on there? You fool. Wouldn't be surprised. But I want to make sure we get the whole strop covered here nice and even. This is definitely way easier to put on than some other diamond products I've used. I really like that I can actually see where it needs to be applied before it just like, you know, evaporates almost. Okay, so that looks pretty even to me. Ooh, I look like the Grinch. This stuff is very green. Okay, so that's cool. Really easy to apply, a little bit messy on your fingers, but nice and even. And I really like that it doesn't just immediately seep in and disappear. And the green coloration makes it really simple to see that it's all on the leather. I like that. I'm gonna have to use like my other fingers to do the rest because I don't want to contaminate the other side. I should have thought about that. Okay, so that is the 6 micron with the Chinese diamonds in it. Let's flip it over and we'll put the 1 micron on this side with the USA diamonds in it. I gotta be careful here because I don't want to put it on the dirty table and now we run the risk of contamination. Shake this up. Really liking the little eyedropper thing. This is cool. Okay, I've definitely kind of sort of gotten a little bit on this side. Not too concerned though. Okay, I guess I'll use this hand. I think I'm actually gonna start on this side instead of doing the middle because that didn't really work for me. I'm definitely loving how thick the consistency is here. Like, look at that. It's not just instantly disappearing. That's cool. That's been a huge issue for me, is trying to apply the diamond emulsion and it disappears into the leather or whatever, and then you're like, crap, where did it even go? Where did I already apply it? So this is kind of neat. It's definitely very creamy in consistency. Put a little more on the end here. Okay. That's looking pretty good, I think, right? Pretty covered. Okay. Gary, if I did too much, let me know. But I just wanted to make sure we really got the whole surface covered here. Like I said, this is my first time using this stuff, so I could have definitely done a couple things wrong here, but it's all a learning process. Okay. So there's the one. And we'll wait for that to dry. And on the next video, we will strop back the test knife for this month and see how she fares on this. But let me, I'm gonna lean this up against the tripod for a second. So that was probably the best application process I've ever had. A couple of stropping compounds that I have used that I know a lot of you guys have used would be like the gunny juice and the stroppy stuff, which they both have their pros and cons. Not so many cons, but the ones that they do have been apparent to me. And that's not to talk crap about either of those products, but one thing I've noticed with the stroppy stuff, for example, is the overspray. It's very, very liquidy. I don't know what the carrier is for that. I don't know if it's water. Gary mentioned maybe it was glycol. I don't really know. It has a kind of paint-like waxy consistency when it's on the strop, so maybe it's glycol, but it's very thin. So when, at least for me, when I go to spray it, I can literally visibly see that I'm overspraying the product over the strop and essentially wasting it. With the gunny juice, I really like that product as well. However, it is pretty watery. I think that one could be water-based. And again, what I've noticed is because it's so thin, you go to rub it in and it just like disappears and you can't tell how much you're supposed to put on, if there's enough, if there's too little. I've also noticed that with the gunny juice, the grit is extremely, extremely fine. So for me, I've noticed that gunny juice in particular is better off suited for like refining already very sharp edges, especially if you have like a mirror finish edge off of the stones. You can really polish it up with the gunny juice. They're so fine that they don't have an aggressive enough bite for me to strop back a dull edge on a super steel, which is what we saw in the video of the gunny juice, right? They're not meant for that, but if you don't know that, then you may try and be disappointed with the results. So when we had this scoring, I think it was 373 best, we tried stropping it back with the gunny juice 3 micron, which you would think, oh, 3 micron, like that should be aggressive enough to strop back an edge that isn't damaged and hits 373. No, we didn't really see an improvision on that at all. I think on our scores after stropping, it was still over 300. It was like 304 or something like that, I think. So we did have an improvement, but essentially what I'm saying is if your edge is toasted and it's hitting over, 200 best, a 3 micron gunny juice isn't really going to help you from my experience. This may work better. I think that the 6 micron will be aggressive enough to restore dull edges, but we'll see. And I'm really curious how the 1 micron does with an already sharp edge, but just really honing it in and refining it. I'm also very curious about this fine grit on the straight basswood. That's also going to be very interesting because I'm essentially under the impression that unless it is ridiculously thin leather like this, I don't really want to use it anymore. I don't see a point. Basswood does everything I need it to. I think this is superior to leather in nearly every capacity, but if you have really, really, I just fucked it up, I think. Nope, maybe I didn't. Okay. If you have really, really thin leather like this, really thin, hard leather, that is fine. But anything thicker, it seems to have some issues. So the next video will just be actually using these with the test knife, and we'll see how that goes. But that was the easiest and most efficient application I've ever done with a stropping compound, especially a diamond one. They literally feel like paint or like hair conditioner almost. They're that thick. Very easy to see and apply. So far so good with the sharp condition. We'll see how it does in use. That's it today, guys. Just a quick little video. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. See you guys so soon. I love you so much, fam. Take care.